I would like to thank to Ukraine Invest for inviting me and let's say letting me shed a little bit of light on what we are doing in ERA, Economic Resilience Activity. So I will start with a little bit of history of our project because it is very important for understanding of our approach and what we do. So USAID ERA, which is Ukrainian, sounds like проект USAID «Економічна підтримка України». So both those names are valid for our activities. We are 8-year project, started in 2018 in the eastern part of Ukraine. So essentially before the invasion, we were Eastern Ukrainian in government control areas of Donetsk and Lugansk region, lately added the South Azov region, Melitopol area to our area of operation. With the full-scale invasion, unfortunately, we had to spread our activities all over Ukraine, but at the same time, we remained devoted, let's say, to southeastern part of Ukraine or northern part of Ukraine now, which we consider more like a higher risk area. So one of the goals of our project is to help the most in-risk beneficiaries, partners to go through the complex and challenging period of the wartime. Total funding of USAID is 130 million, and I want to say right away that unfortunately not all this amount goes to industrial parks. We are one of the biggest projects of economic development across USAID projects portfolio. This is our second extension and second additional funding we got from the USAID. And we cover arguably almost entire landscape of needs during wartime and soon during the post-war rebuild. We used to have main office in Kramatorsk, Mariupol, and Severodonetsk. Unfortunately, all three are now not operational. So we switched our activities from the office perspective to Kyiv and a small office in Lviv. Our project covers three main pillars, let's say. So first, mobilization and inclusion, which helps essentially vulnerable individuals through the support from non-governmental organizations and other partners to be able to improve their economic state during wartime and during this challenging time. Business survival component, which I represent today and not today, we help SMEs, so we work mostly with the SMEs to relocate, to rebuild their operations. I want to say that the entire portfolio, SME portfolio, which relocated from Eastern Ukraine, we supported them and still supporting them. And actually, we spent the big part of the last year supporting them in their challenging time. Now, transformation component is essentially work with public sector actors, which we, again, support, try to improve them, build their capacity, and many other things. So we have a big program. Now, regarding industrial parks, we did a lot of things in the East, but didn't manage to finish it on time. So now we are constructing our new strategy for industrial parks in Ukraine. We definitely see industrial parks as a basis for industrial recovery, and industrial park as business model, which has a lot and big scale-up potential. So in ERA, we are now on a phase of restoration piloting. Again, still on this stage because we were supporting Eastern companies and Eastern people, let's say, in their location and revival of their operation elsewhere. For this year and for part of next year, let's say, we are implementing one pilot project with Guardian development of industrial park. I cannot yet, let's say, widely announce who is our partner and what is the project about, because we are still, let's say, in the negotiation and in the creation of partnership agreement process. Our goal for the, let's say, second part of this year is to create an open call, a sort of window, temporarily or constantly open, which we expect to receive different applications and different ideas on development of industrial parks in Ukraine. Since following the period of selection and support, which we see will last until the end of 2025, we would like to build from what we learned and what we supposedly will do to involve private sector as much as possible to proper industrial park business models. And for the last 2 years of our project, we would like to ensure sustainability of our work. So when we leave, let's say, when our life cycle of our project will come to an end, there is operational, there is properly working and successful industrial parks in Ukraine. So what we would like to do, I marked would like with asterisks because we are living in a quite challenging and volatile environment. So it could change. We are learning as well, and we see that potentially we can do more even that we are about to do at this stage. So first, we are willing to provide technical assistance to industrial park developers in our priority area. So again, we are nationwide project, but definitely we see that not across Ukraine the risk level is the same. So hopefully, and this will, let's say, central gravity will become more centered, and it will not the case very soon. But so far, we are rather spending and investing our resources in for those who is in more vulnerable and more riskier position than the others. It's again geographically wise, it's access to finance wise, it's about complex assessment we do while selecting our partners. So secondly, when we see that it's challenging to like gain access to finance for a lot of exciting projects which are in Ukraine, and we already heard a lot about those projects today. So we have a good track record in working with financial advisors and investment bankers to provide access to finance and financial advisory services to the developers, entrepreneurs, small and medium enterprises. So they get access to finance and get this access to finance on very favorable terms. Now we would like to support for direct investments to industrial parks by providing technical assistance. So if there is some willingness, but to invest in industrial parks, but unfortunately, like foreign investor or any other stakeholder needs support from organizations like ours, like ERA, we are willing to do that. Finally, we can, which differs us from many projects with USAID in Ukraine, is we can provide kind construction. So essentially, we can build from our expense on our governance, conduct construction work, which again we can do. Again, it's a subject of the open call, which we are about to announce later, and currently it's in the development and is in our pipeline, which can again be a little bit different when it's done, but so far it's how we see things. Now, in advance, let's say, I would like to share with you what we are looking for. So just to better understand what we expect from our activities from now on until the end of our project. So we would like to work with upper level risk industrial park projects, which of course should be manageable. And of course it shouldn't be placed in the area of military activities or close proximity. So risk is and security is the first thing we care about. But at the same time, it's our priority to help those. Now we say industrial park business model. So we would like to support the model where industrial park is not a single company industrial park. It's a place where there is a management company, where is this like good relation to local authorities, where is potential for scaling, and where there is like model with tenants, and okay, so there is a business model, what I want to say. And finally, we cannot do everything ourselves. So we cannot like develop project, like agree with local actors and stakeholders and build the entire thing ourselves. So we would like to have partnerships. I would even say multi-level partnerships with all stakeholders, where is a clear vision and partial resources available to sort of co-invest. I would even say that our role is not like to lead, rather to facilitate, catalyze, and let's say improve the value of the project. You can see finally my email, which you can reach out to our project if you have any questions or any ideas. Thank you so much for the